liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah, rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay. I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah, rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. For you, for you, yeah, I'm a slave for you. Ripping hard and more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see something coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. I'm stuck inside this prison, inside this cave. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you.
When winter hits, you've got to be ready to storm through the most extreme winter conditions. Introducing the LARUE D Series two-stage snowblowers, built to take on any challenge. Rise to the occasion with performance, efficiency, and precision with a choice of ribbon or dual auger conveyor. Select the optimal configuration depending on your work environment. 9 models ranging from 134 to 365 horsepower deliver precision casting combined with a solid stream, better handling, and a more stable ride thanks to unmatched power-to-weight ratio, and gained flexibility by side casting directly from the drum. The LARUE D Series has been designed to reduce operator fatigue, improve comfort, and lower your operating cost. Our LCD multi-language screen helps drivers operate more effectively and focus on the road, and enjoy better visibility thanks to an off-centered spot casting sheet combined with an angled hood. All this, plus an optional wireless system to facilitate pairing with your wheel loader. Get the job done with our unique safety, design, and productivity features while experiencing virtually no downtime. Accomplish more by choosing among our many options available to meet your snow removal needs. Hydraulic tilting chute, enabling faster and safer unclogging. Telescopic chute extension for easier truck loading. Steering vane to help maneuver in and out of snowbanks. And LED lighting package, giving you a better view during nighttime operations. Experience ease of use and ease of service, so that you can focus on the work at hand. Featuring proprietary safety bolt design so that operations will run smoothly without damaging main components. Gain easy access to hydraulics and engine compartment. Boost the productivity of your snow removal operations with performance and efficiency. Storm through with LARUE.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live in charge. A little countdown to green action here, presented by Lunatic Designs, the Sim 500 Esports Racing League, LARUE GT3 Series. Winding down their warm-up laps here as they just finished up qualifying. If you were able to watch that during the pre-race, all intro, solid stuff, those things that we have going on. It is a fun time here tonight as these drivers look to maximize performance. How do I say this without saying it? Well, we're going to say it. Somebody's going to try to dethrone the king. 5 wins in a row for Kevin King. And maybe trying to go for a 6th year. We'll see. But I will tell you that it is absolutely awesome to see what it was meant. I had to put that down. Getting into the track map there because I had to make the overlay a little bit bigger for you folks so you can see it out there. It is the time of the day. Good to see you all out there. Give it a service. Hit that like button for me. Follow me if you want to. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok, Twitch, all that stuff. All the cool stuff. Be cool. Be calm. Race information for today's race. Going to look at such. We are going to run a 30-minute race here with 30% fuel. We got plenty of tires to be able to do it at the 4-mile, technically 3.98 miles in length, but it's 4-mile track here for Road America, the GT3 Series. 101 degrees on the track temperature with a little bit cloudy skies. And trying to cloud cover might help out a little bit, trying to bring that track temperature down. 83 degrees on the air temperature, 44% humidity here for week 6 at Road America, the GT3 Series. I'm telling you, these cars ready to go. Pat Van says this is going to be fun. I think it's going to be a blast. It's been a blast so far. Every one of these drivers have put on the show, but every single person out here has been, showing me more and more about why these GT3 cars are just so amazing. So, which we can thank and we can appreciate to, kind of the best in the business. So, we're going to see some familiar faces, see some new faces. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Good to see you all out there. How's everybody doing? Budgie, how are you doing out there on Twitch? Thank you to everybody tuned in everywhere. Let me know how your night's going. How is your Thursday? Because this Thursday has been beautiful. Been beautiful. Thank you very much. Shankar, thank you for the like. Josh Bay following us on Facebook. Rye Ryder, thank you very much. Rye Raider following us on Twitch. We appreciate you very much. Thank you to the Sim 500 Esports Racing Series for giving us some love out there as well. Thank you to Mr. Van Nest. Going great for Mr. Van Nest. Much love to you, my friend. I hope you're having a blessed night as well. Driver's going to have to try to maximize pace and speed tonight and see what these tires are going to be able to do. Hold on to this track because I'm telling you, it's a big enough track to do something with. The passing zones, pretty well on the straightaways. Doing good, Budgie. Much love to you, Mr. Van Nest. I'm glad you're doing well as well. And I'm telling you, I've been really enjoying Little Road Series racing to the point that we're going to have a Road Series coming up again. Maybe not Sim 500, but I know I've got another Road Series being booked. And we do have a starter league that's being booked as well. So, yeah, we've got racing coming. It's going to be cool. How about we take a look at it, though? Your starting grid for tonight's race. I want to make sure I play this. It's presented by Sim 500. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. That's what I like to say. Gribby's going to be your pole sitter tonight, as Kevin King's going to be your outside pole sitter. Matthew Martell's going to make up row number 2 with Tommy Ryan to his outside. Paige Azari is going to be out there with Justin Fuller, row number 3. Corey Wolf, Rich Slavely going to make up row number 4. William Amshoff and Jonathan Sweetheart are going to be out there in row number 5. Roxanne Morgan's going to be out there with Brew Silva in row number 6. Row 7 going to be Chio Diesel's out there with John McCulloch to her outside. Jason LePan's going to be out there with Mike Kelly in row number 8. Glenn Campbell, Jeff Ryan in row number 9. We were watching Jeff drive around earlier, and he looked like he was having a pretty darn good time. Brian Wortman and Edward. I'm Edward. Ed, if I'm going to mess this up. Koshersberger is going to be driving the BMW tonight. He's going to be there in that 20th spot outside row at number 10. Row 11, going to be Chris Progar, Nelson Rivera, 22 drivers tonight. I'm pretty thrilled about it. Brian Workman will be starting for pit road, it does look like. So we'll see how this one works out. Drivers are pretty much looking pretty darn fantastic, and we love to see them. They're going to be pacing around here as we get ready to go at it. Let's go. Dog Box from the Adriana Show. Thank you. Welcome for the first time chatting out there. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, you know, I know that we said it. I've been saying it every stream. I'm saying it. I think we're rounding out. I think tomorrow might be the day that it rounds out. But how about it? We hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. I'm pretty thrilled about that. I've worked really, really, really long and really, really hard to be able to get there. And I'm so proud of it. And I'm proud of it because you folks as a community did so. So thank you so much to everybody for helping us get there. Now we need our 25,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we need to get 25,000 on Facebook as well. We're at like 18,000 on Facebook. So, but we're not nowhere near. I think we're getting close to 2K on YouTube. So, by the way, if you're out there watching on YouTube, I encourage you to watch it at 1440p if you can handle it on your mobile device. If you can handle it on your, if you have a 4K television, 2K racing on YouTube looks pretty darn phenomenal. So youtube.com/signature esports. Click on the live section and make sure that you get out there and do it. This track full of turns, 14 of them to be precise, and every one of these drivers is going to be. We'll talk about the turns here very soon. Very soon. I can speak very soon. I ate some spicy food, so my tongue's a little weird right now. Road America, one of the classics when it comes to the IMSA style racing series, and we do like Road America. I like it. I like it pretty much everything that they throw at it. So it's going to be curious to see what's going to happen. Groovy's been trying to chase him. Someone's going to dethrone the king tonight. Well, Groovy's going to be going to try to be that guy. He bested the fastest lap in qualifying by half second. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see. Mustang versus Lamborghini Huracan. And we have a Corvette. We have a Ferrari. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. We have Paige's area back here in a Ferrari. We have a Matt Martell's going to be in the Porsche. Another Ford Mustang, and we have some McLarens back here with Rich Swavely, John Mr. Sweetheart. Then a couple of BMWs out there. We do have Nelson Rivera in the Mercedes. All right. How's everybody doing? Oh, good. We're up to the Canadian corner right now. Bill Mitchell Bend is going to be coming up. We'll have the Road America straight after turn 14. So, Old Thunder Valley is between 12 and 13. It is an uphill drive, and I think we should see the pace car dive off here in just a moment, because that front straightaway is looking mighty fine. Road America straightaway for these drivers. They're ready to go. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go. How about we do it? It's that moment in time where racing just gets real. Let's do it. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. We're going green. Turn one's a right-hander into the corner. Hard braking zone. Drivers up to speed already. Turn 2. Little hot dog leg right here, downhill section. Right-hander is going to be turn 3 right here. Drivers are pushing. Brian Workman coming out of pit road. He's going to be leaving. Turn 4 is a dog leg, one of the fastest portions on the racetrack next to the Road America straights and the Kettle Bottom. Turn 5 is the Moraine sweep. Going to see a left-hander coming up as they drop into it again. Very, very much a hard braking zone once again. Short shoot to turn 6 as they drop out. It's going to be a little uphill battle here as we see a few drivers back here working. Left-hander for turn 6. Turn 7, an immediate dogleg to the right as they swap sides of the racetrack and they drop over and carry all the way out. Kettle Bottoms is going to be right here. You're going to see almost a dogleg, a kink coming up here in turn 11. And then all the way down into the bend, carousel for 9 and 10. That's what you're seeing here. I'm sorry, that was hurry down. And then 9. So I was turn 8, turn 9. Now the bend into the kink, and now into kettle bottoms. I was reading my my notes backwards. Sorry, folks. Canada Corner coming up as well. Then Thunder Valley, the Bill Mitchell Bend, another faster racing zone. Then again, we talk about turn 14 being a right-hander that turns uphill. This is that bend that I was talking about. Bill Mitchell Bend right here is turn 13. Everybody so far so good. Lap 1 about to be complete. As we'll see Ruby into the braking zone. King outstretched hand, big push. McCulloch having an issue. We'll go back and take a look at it. Lap 1 complete. Gruby looks to be out front. Here's what happened for these two drivers here. Looks like McCulloch having maybe a turnaround right here. Gets a little off track. Oh, he got hip checked. Good. He's fine. He's fine. I like the Care Bears paint scheme. The vet's going. All right. Was able to get stopped there, so just a little bit of a hip check into the grass. We're all good. King half second back. How about Matthew Martell back here in the Porsche? 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes gone here. 10 seconds before that 3-minute mark. As we'll see who's going to be able to carry a close battle here as Paige Azeri back of the Ferrari pushing forward. Tommy Ryan is going to be off one from the start of the race, but the Corvette looking fantastic. Drivers pushing. They're going to push limits. Here's what it looks like. Most of the drivers heading up into turn 11 to the King. That's where your leaders are at right now. 0.3 of a second separates as they come around. A little static cam action for you. Listen to these cars get up to speed and listen to the different sounds they all have. I'm telling you what, they are absolutely legendary. .114, the draft zone important. Every bit of speed that you could ask for. Going to be on the edge and on the limits of these cars. 6th gear, 150 miles an hour onto the front straightaway. Watch the braking zone to turn 1. Brake, 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 down into the gears, down to the gears. Again, little grass touch there, able to stay off of it. Tell you, 150 plus miles an hour for that one. Gruby runs the fastest lap of the race at 2:05.79 this last time by. As the strength of field for tonight's race looks to be as such. It's going to be a 1.9K strength of field here for the GT3 series. Fastest time, again, at 2:05.791. That is done by your race leader. Don't count out Kevin King, 2:05.88 last time by. Mustang being hooked up right now as they all go to work. Rogar getting around a couple of drivers here. He's having a good go. I like that paint scheme. Our good friends over at DDE, Daily Driven Exotics, actually just wrapped a, I think it was one of their, I think it was the 599. I think it was Dave's 599. Just wrapped it in a blue and orange Gulf paint scheme or livery. And it looks pretty darn fantastic. So, Rogar, you did a great job, man. I like that. I like it. I don't know if you did it or who did it, but it looks good, brother. I like it. I like it a lot. Jason Lappin's going to be right where he started, 15th. Little Merca action here. That's very theme-fitting for not just last week, but this week when it comes to the old 64. Mike Kelly up 2 spots here in that BMW. That BMW going places here. Michelle Pinzoel. Congratulations to Joey Logano. I don't get the chance to say it very often, but as Roxanne Morgan just hits the off track there, the 420. I don't get to say it very often, but, you know, and it's not normally somebody that I'd say it to. But congratulations to Joey Logano on the NASCAR Cup Series championship here for 2024. I do hope that they make a change in the NASCAR side of things to be able to do so. How about another? How about we get a more of a GT3? You know, the Garage 60, or was it the Garage 57 aspect of the road side of things. I did like it. How about it? Kevin King trying to maximize the race line. Side draft as they work into it. Kevin King trying to throttle off a little easier. Again, left-hander coming up. As the 29 trying to take that out. 29 up into the gears. Right-hander here. Ruby not giving up that pace. Again, another left-hander. 29 looking for the line, trying to cross him over. The shorter gears for the Lamborghini Huracan. Ooh, baby. Able to get up into the gears a little bit more, back into the throttle. Gruby doing a great job of holding him off. 65 battle for the lead. Martel just behind. Martel in that Porsche still looking and doing great. Just riding here. See the leaders. We'll see who's going to be able to try to push this one. Almost 8 minutes complete now. 7:55 took it away. Back into the gears. Martel, phenomenal option. 2 seconds the gap here for Page. Azeri continuing to roll. Definitely has a time to look at here. Just behind, you see Tommy Ryan trying to close in. 3 seconds the gap between the top, almost the top 5. 3.5 seconds separate as these drivers get a little bit faster. Kevin King backing up the corner. Big throw into the corner here as these drivers continue to work. A little bit closer race tonight. Martel, his fastest lap of the race just ran 2:06.63. 0.2 of a second faster than those drivers. Fuller, we talked to last night, a little off-track incident just a moment ago. He's good. He's fine. A little Red Bull Racing machine here on his Ford Mustang. Nelson pushing. As McCulloch right behind him. McCulloch in that Corvette looking to the inside. Mercedes AMG is absolutely beautiful. And Jeff Ryan and Corvette just ahead of him. A little Bucky's on board. Rogar in up 4 spots. Lappin's going to be up off 1 right now. But Glenn Campbell moving places. A little MGD 44. Roxanne right back into the mix here. Lost a couple of spots, was that off track, and trying to work her way back forward as well. Mike Kelly up 3. Cheese going to be up a spot here as Old Koopa goes ahead and knocks it down. Like the paint schemes, like what we're seeing. Corey Wolf off 4 from the start of the race, but don't count him out. Anything can happen at any given moment here. Bruce Silva out there running that Ferrari. I do like the Ferrari on the GT3 side of things. And all these drivers really using the transfer of power on this racing surface. These cars look dirty. William Amshoff out there in his Porsche right behind Rich Swavely. Little mellow yellow action here right where he started. Both drivers in 8th and 9th. That's exactly where they started. You see the debris on the front of the 32 here. That is a dirty windshield. Jeremy, thank you. The name's Easy. Thank you very much for the follow out there as well. I didn't see that earlier. Thank you. Fun fact: Kuba did all the liveries for herself. Brew Rocks. Yes, we talked to old Diesel last week when she was in chat, and she's been a part of our platform for a hot minute. you never really realize who your community is until you get on the racetrack sometimes. I like it. And I'm a fan of what we see here. 65 back to the outside. Oh, 29 free right there. 65 able to keep that clean. A heck of a battle. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, we got to talk to him last week. I like it. Got to understand and talk to them about quite a few things. And, you know, and that was only because Chi was out early. That was it. She's doing great now. Weekhart's going to be up 3. 11 minutes, almost 12 complete now as the timer ticks away. And the battle for the lead between 3. Paige, at any given point here, ready to pounce, and just behind Tommy Ryan, same concept. Lynn Campbell having it off track, comes back on track, is fine. Back into the sweeping corners of 9 and 10. Coming around, getting up to the kinks, going to make that dog leg to the right. Whole scent. Let's go, sir. Tommy Ryan just behind Martell, keeping it close. This is a great racetrack. If there's a racetrack out there that I would say that isn't Watkins Glen that I like to run the most, it's this one. Corey Wolf having an issue on the off tracks, but it's fine though. Last week we got to see Mr. LaRue actually get in here and run. That was pretty darn cool. I like it. LaRue, part of the Sim 500 series and sponsors the GT3 series. Commercial grade snowblowers at their best. You need to get out there and find them at LaRueSnowblowers.com. And I'm not even talking about it's not something you can carry. These are ones that you have to, they're heavy machinery is what they are. Paige is really consistent and skilled. If she sees an open, she'll take it. I hope so. That's what I want to see. I want to see battles. I want to see them duke it out. I want them drinking Miak. You know what that's from. We can be friends. Top 3, 8/10 of a second separating. And one mistake by any one of these drivers. And, well, they're running close enough right now that it's going to matter. Paige closing in, 3.5 seconds. Back now to just 3.4. Corners better. And this is where braking zones matter. And this is also where tire wear really not a factor here. That's what these drivers are going to have to come to pit road at least once. When they do come to pit road, probably about the halfway mark, somewhere around that 16 second mark or 16 minute mark. Between now and 16 minutes, if they can make it to the end, that's what's going to matter. Kevin King just ran a 207.12. Ruby 207.12. Martell 207.15. Paige Azeri just ran a 206.80. Justin Fuller getting faster as well. Fuller with an opportunity. Well, 5-1, getting a little wiggle out of that car. Fall off on this racetrack, roughly about 1.4 seconds so far. And they're coming to pit road now. But I knew somebody was going to come to pit road, and there's a chance to make up some pace. If they can keep themselves in here, they'll be fine. Tommy Ryan coming in. Fuller. Everybody coming to pit road. Bruce Silva coming off. Oh, hold on to it, Chi. Right in front of Mike Kelly. Race on pit road's going to be as such. We'll see. Pit road speed limit at 45 miles an hour. You've driven against her. She's good, scary good. I like it. I like them all. I like them all. All right. Drivers trying to not shortcut their way in. See the race off pit road. How about Nelson Rivera? He's staying out. He said, I'm going to go one more. Ruby coming off pit road. 13.8 seconds full of fuel. Martell takes over second. Kevin King now back to third. Tommy Ryan gets around Paige and Justin Fuller. So Paige Azeri really working. I think we talked to Paige last week. I think she finished inside the top 3 last week, if I do remember. Campbell coming off pit road. Jason LePan coming around in the old 6-4. Came to pit road a lap before. Corey Wolf having to jump to pit road. Something happened to Corey. Maybe a connection thing. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully there's no tow involved. Jeff Ryan, work it. Northern Enforcement Alternative. I like your alt account. Thank you very much. Nelson Rivera, your race leader. Groovy's going to hold on to that P2 for the time being, as Nelson will need to come to pit road this time by. It'll be close on fuel. The AMG doing pretty darn snazzy. I'll thank you. I'll thank you very much. Thank you for the follow on the alternate account. Martel working. A little off track for Martel, just fine though. Groovy having a good race. Tommy Ryan, Justin Fuller. Mustangs looking good today. Kevin King's been putting up a battle. Don't count all of these three, and they've had the skill to be able to do something. Now closing in the pace to Nelson Rivera. Tires getting back up to temperature as they come around. Third one will be busy. Nelson Rivera to pit road. Nelson leads a lap, and now the race is on again for the top three. Tommy Ryan and this little three-pack. They've got a battle for here for the top five. As Tommy Ryan sits in fourth, right back where he started. Rich Swavely's going to be up one. Another Sweetheart back here is going to have William Anshoff just behind. Brew is brewing. Keep our eye on what's going on here. GT3 has got to be one of the favorite motorsport disciplines. It's up there with supercars and stadium trucks. I like stadium trucks. I love the stadium trucks. We called a race not too long ago for a money race with the stadium trucks, and they were so much fun. But I do like the GT3 series. I mean, I'm not any good at road racing as far as I call it, but I'm not disciplined enough to race against these drivers. I always think about being safe. I think that's the same thing that happens. You know, over the course of the last 5 years, it went from being very studious when it came to trying to figure out the iRacing circuit and just figuring out the race lines and figuring out what this was doing. And, you know, putting the time and energy and practice into getting out there and calling the races. And now when I race, I have a tendency to pretty well race like a broadcaster. I try to stay out of the way. That's what I do. Oh, man. Jeff Ryan having an issue. The old three back there had an off track. I like his car the best. I think the Bucky's car is the best one right now. Just saying. I mean, I do like Pro Cars, though. Torn. Everybody likes them. More of a rally person. The WRC generation says, yeah. You know, I would love to see because I do like the rally cars and the rally discipline in iRacing. But the thing that I will say is I do wish they had more tracks to be able to accommodate for that style of racing. You know, I'd love to see drifting on here as well. Be kind of cool. Tommy Ryan trying to close back in. 3.5 seconds the gap here from fourth. It's about where we were at prior. Page is here. He's going to be off one. Justin Fuller up one. So these drivers swapping positions. We'll see if Page can work to the inside. Is there on the back bumper. Cleaner exit for the 11. 32 of Rich Swavely closing in as well. He's getting faster. His lap time's increasing. Brew just ran her fastest lap of the race, 2:06.95. So sub 2:07 laps. Again, Kevin King gets around Martel, so that pass just happened. And that was on lap 10 here, a 1.1 second advantage. And Kevin King being patient here, having to push out. They got big butts on the back of these Mustangs. One thing I like about the Mustang is the Mustang just, it feels and seems like all horsepower, right? And seeing these Mustangs work around a great car to show the discipline. Kevin King has been driving the Huracan since pretty much since week 2 when he started. He's won every race except for the first week. Ruby trying to do that, trying to break that up. Matt Martell has the only other win on this series. He sits third right now. Martell's been very good as of late. A little off track here for Martell. He's fine though. Right back to the back bumper of Kevin King. Paige Lazari looking to the inside for fifth on the 5-1, corner out. Justin Fuller back to sixth. So the top 6 drivers exactly where they started. Good separation from the 5-1. Braking zone is going to be all about getting into the corner here. Going to be a left-hander coming up. Advantage to the inside car. But the 11's going to have the drive off here. All the way out. Uphill. Back to the left-hander again. Page trying to get around the 5-1. Good battle here for fifth. As these two, they get collected. Got to leave them some room. Justin Fuller will take that spot back over. Do believe you got it. Oh no. Kevin King, Matt Martell, oh man, I missed something here. Gruby had an off track right here. Oh, that was right with, oh no. Jeff Ryan taking over the 65 there. And trying to get back up to speed now. Man, oh man. Ruby going to pit road. I bet that is just unbelievable. Here's what happened with Justin Fuller. Fuller pushes all the way out. Still had a driver to the outside. That's not how you clear a corner. You got to give the room. Kevin King to Martell. So now Matt Martell trying to take the entry. Kevin King worked around the gap right now for the lead between these two. 6 minutes to go in this race. Porsche into the braking zone. Trying to keep it clean. Page up to fourth now as Tommy Ryan closes in on these two. 2 seconds the gap and trying to push. Martell to the back bumper. Almost a bump. Drafts significant margins. All the way out. Dropping in. Carrying in. Pushing out. 29 with a little bit more speed into that corner. Martell still all the way out. Martell able to carry the corner. Martell to the lead. Kevin King trying to work his way back in. Opportunity knocking. This was the corner right here that we saw Gruby get taken out. Just nowhere out of the corner. It's almost like a blind corner when you see it happen. I want to go back and we're going to take a look at Gruby's incident real quick. I know the battles are heating up here, but I want to take a look from Gruby's point of view inside the cockpit. He just slides out in front of him and just whips it back around. Man, oh man. Unfortunate for him. Unfortunate. He would have had it clear, But Jeff's car whipped back to the right on him. Went around. Incidents do happen. Those things do happen no matter what position you're in. Sometimes you can just lose it. But Tommy Ryan closing in for a lead here. Jeff Ryan coming up pit road as well. Roxanne having a little off track. She's backwards, flipping around. Come on, Roxanne. Morgan to the 420. Going to give up the positions here and wait for a clean way to join the track. She was up to 12th and now gives up quite a few spots. Lappin's going to be up 3. Progar's up 7. Your biggest mover of the race. As Glenn Campbell just ahead. As we have little battles all over the place. Brew and Chi. Silva and Kuba. Sitting 8th and 9th. A 5 seconds separating those drivers. How about Josh Sweetheart and Rich Swavely? Here's a battle right here as Paige Azeri holds off Justin Fuller for another lap. Martel holds a full second lead over Kevin King with just under 3 minutes to go. Man, oh man. You mainly play ACC, the BOW 4 is your baby. I like it. I like it. Keep it. I like it. Paige just ran faster than the top 3, all but Tommy Ryan. And I wonder if the drivers put enough fuel in their cars. I'm sure they did. Kevin King's last lap, 2:08.04. Martel, 2:07.47. Tommy Ryan just ran a 2:06.63. Paige Azeri ran a 2:06.65. And they are working. Little battles everywhere. Glenn Campbell in the middle. The 64 just ahead of he and Chris Progar behind. Surrounded by Mustangs here. Mustangs, the dominant car tonight in the field. Got to out Justin Fuller in 5th. That's their first Mustang of the field. Chi Kuba's going to be in up 4 in the 06. That's the next Mustang. Progar is going to be the 3rd Mustang in tonight, as he's going to be at 8 spots. Lapin's going to be on pit road, 15. 15th spot for that 64. He's in that Mustang. Roxanne Morgan off track again as Nelson Rivera went around her. Going to be in a Mustang. Brian Wertman out there in a Mustang. He's racing for souls. He's just trying to keep it clean. And then, of course, Jacob was in a Mustang as well. He's out of the race. If I click on it, it will be good. 50 seconds to go here. Fuller's making it work. Oh, yeah. Fuller's a great racer. He's no slouch. No slouch. 23.93 on the I rating. Page 31.56. Tommy Ryan, 28.01. It's now a half second to separate here, as this will be your final lap in this race. All the way out, Martel needs to hold on, as we will see him back the corner up into the inside. Martel looking for a second win on the series. We'll make sure, and we'll see if that is going to be, again, barring any penalties or anything like that. If anybody has any penalties, how about Glenn Campbell off track here? Progar goes around. Going to reassume the race line there. Final couple of corners here as they get onto the front straightaway. How about it? Martel breaks the draft. He wins. Kevin King will be second. Tommy Ryan will be third. Paige Azeri is going to be able to hold over Justin Fuller and Rich Swavely. Good race by these drivers. Sweetheart doing a great job as well. All 7 of those drivers finishing within 2 seconds of each other. Phenomenal race. Basically a 10-second advantage between Martel. Brew going to come home in 8th. G. Kuba is going to be in 9th. Mike Kelly, solid night, 6 spots gained for that driver as they continue to finish it up. Martel getting the victory. What a race. That was a good one. Kevin King gets, quote unquote, dethroned. I'll have to ask him because he was there, man. He was there. Martel did a great job in the Porsche. Second win on the series. It's a great job by that driver. Oh, man. I appreciate it. Great. It was a great race. I think it was a great race. I think it was pretty phenomenal. Martel's going to come around. Kevin King ran a 206.22 his last lap. Waiting for the final drivers to finish it up so that iRacing can tally up anything that's going on. A good race. Top 3 interviews coming up here in just a moment. We want to thank Sim 500 LaRue and, of course, all the people who helped make this possible. As we'll see your race results right here. It will be at Martel by just under. It did knock a little bit off, but not much. 0.377. Almost 0.4 of a second here to Kevin King. Tommy Ryan will finish third. 1.148 back. Page, Justin Fuller, Rich Swavely, Jonathan Sweetheart, Bruce Silva, Chi Kuba, Mike Kelly, your top 10. Amshop, Progar, Koshersberger. It's going to be there in 13th. Campbell, Nelson Rivera in 15th. Roxanne finishes 16th. Ryan Workman will finish 17th. Lappin's going to finish in 18th. McCullough and Gruby 19th and 20th. And then Jeff Ryan, Corey Wolf, final couple of drivers there. Trying to do it burnout. Burnout in the GT3s. I like it. Jeff Ryan, Corey Wolf had earlier. Man, oh man. Oh, yeah. It was a good race. It was a good race. It was a really good race. I'm pretty happy about it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, where are we at? I was responding. We have our Toys for Tots series coming up on Mondays that we're going to be doing here very soon. So I'm trying to manage 40 things at once, and we have our working on a couple of other things at the same time. Let's talk to him, though. He's going to be your race winner here tonight. Matt Martel comes home in victory lane after a hard-fought race, keeping it close. And at one, it's like you found another gear, and you made Kevin work for it, but you found another gear, push the car beyond its limits. You were just kind of riding. It seemed like you were just riding for the longest time, but then you were like, I got to go now.
I didn't have it right there. I knew the guys in front of me had some pace, but Road America, you got to worry about fuel a little bit here. And the first part of the run, we were just saving fuel for most of it. I kind of might have thought I had more pace, and unfortunately, when Lapper kind of got into us, I thought that was my time to really go, and it seemed to work out.
The Porsche around this racetrack, and that's one of the things that I was worried about too, because I was thinking about the time and just kind of how things worked here. 30% fuel in these cars. It's one of the bigger tracks that we've ran so far in this series, and I said it about 4 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, somewhere around there. That I wonder if everybody put enough fuel in, or if they needed to have another half second.
Unfortunately, I think I may even put too much fuel in. I had enough fuel for another lap, and we did a good job saving. We're lifting early. That might have saved tires as well too. I hate to say it, I have some hometown advantage here of this track. It's my local home track, 45 minutes for me. So if anyone out there get a chance, come down here. Road America, great place to visit, great food, great scenery. It's all great at Road America.
I've enjoyed this track. I've called it in the NASCAR circuit now GT3 series. I've called it with the open wheel cars as well. It carries so much momentum, and it's just sweeping corners up and downhill. It can be tricky at times, but it's wide enough to make it interesting, but shallow enough to make it really tough.
Yeah, during the race, there was one time or two that I thought I was going to try to go a little bit early, and I couldn't make any headway with it. So we let it ride out into the end, and just a good race. I like doing this so I can improve myself, and with drivers like Kevin, everyone else in the field. Unfortunately, I can't remember the gentleman that was leading here. Just pushes everyone, makes everyone get better. Improve their skill, and that hopefully will carry over into the oval series. So I started out road racing, moved more towards the oval, but the road racing kind of has my heart here.
I'm telling you, the GT3 cars, they show up. They really do. This has been a good race. It's your second win as well when it comes to this road series. So only two drivers with multiple wins, and you and Kevin have both of them. I know Jacob was the driver that was wrapped up there, that was leading, and he's been searching. He's been fast enough to do it. You have it as well for 2 times, Matt. I got to look. Where are we at next week? I think we're at Road Atlanta. I gotta look.
Might be Daytona and then Road Atlanta. I got to look at that again.
Road America. Detroit. We're going to Detroit. Hey.
Oh,
Free course racing.
well, hopefully we'll be able to keep the fenders and wheels on it. That's definitely not a track that I have a lot of practice on, but after Fuji this weekend, we'll get some practice there.
I like it. All right, brother. Give your shout outs. Got a victory here tonight. It's great, great race, great battle.
I just want to thank LARUE eSports for putting this on, all the LARUE eSports team members. Everyone at the Road America track staff. It's a great place to go. And thanks for the broadcast. So appreciate everyone watching, and we'll be back next week. Keep an eye on that one. That one's going to be interesting.
Oh, I love that track. So it's a great visual for me, right? I don't race as much as you guys do, and I like I was telling the spectators or the one, chat. Let's call them chat. It's what you are out there, folks. I was telling them that I'm not as good as you guys are. I can pick the lines and I can watch you guys do it all day long, but I drive like a broadcaster. Watch what everybody else is doing. I'm wanting to call the race. And I like the visual aspect of racing as well. I love the performance. I love the speeds, love the passes, know when they're coming, know when people are setting things up. But when it comes to the visual aspects, Detroit is one of those tracks that when they released it, I called a couple of races on it and I was hooked. So similar to some of the other street courses that are out there, but Belle Isle is going to be a ton of fun. Matt, we'll see you next week, man. Good luck in your rest of your races this week.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good week.
That is Mr. Martel coming home and the P1. And then P2, I have had to say it twice now. Now it's old. I don't even like saying it now. Kevin King comes home in P. I have to go back to here and order it up because, the session ends kind of almost immediately. Kevin, my dude, I have to ask you. I know, were you saving a little bit of fuel? Because at one point you had it, and I thought you were going. And then it would have been 6 in a row, which I don't get to see. I didn't get to see. I have never seen 6 in a row. Never, not once. And this was cool. I like what you do. Walk me through your race. I know you were setting it up for an epic finish there, but tell me about it, man.
Yeah, not too thrilled, to be honest with you. I had to rush home and got 2 laps of practice in, unfortunately. So wasn't too prepared to qualify. And then qualified decent. Thought the speed was okay. Just Jacob put a really good lap down. Race wise, it's so hard to pass, and it seemed like the GT car was really fast in a straight line. He made a mistake and basically drove right by me again, which is interesting. I felt like I made a really good pass on him because he was going like super wide into the super tight left hander going downhill, and
Mhm.
I thought I had him cleared, but I think he got in my right rear, and that got me loose, and he was able to obviously get by me again. So um, I probably should have finished P2 after that, just because it was really hard to pass. There's not much you can do there, and made a mistake into the uphill turn, and that was that. But I didn't really feel like um, I just didn't feel like I was connecting the racetrack, and I don't know if it's because I just don't race a lot here, especially behind people. I felt like I was just kind of driving around and not really racing. So it's kind of frustrating for me to try to figure out like where to make up time and where not to lose time. Um, and it. I had a position to win and threw it away a little bit, but P2 is still good for what I was able to put into it. I'm so happy. Car was car was fun to drive. I really like this track.
I like this track too. I do like the battle looked like it was epic, right? Um, and you're so and you've been that guy. You've been the guy out front. Everybody's been chasing you, right? I said it twice. I said, Ken, I said at the beginning of the stream, can somebody dethrone the king and just play on words because I love your name. And then, I said it at the end, and finally somebody able to stop the consecutive wins. But um, the race that you put on still outshines a win here, I think, because you guys were, I mean, you were so close. I mean, you guys were within half tenth of each other for the majority of the race. I think the biggest gap we saw from first to second was about 1.2, and I think that was just from saving and having to manage the track, manage fuel. Um, but everybody just, I don't know. The race was better from my eyes out here tonight with the three-way battle there for the longest point, and even toward the end, Tommy Ryan closing in the distance on you, so it still became a three-way battle for any with any mistake. So be proud of with the kind of show you put on tonight. I'm sure you figured you learned some things about yourself and things about this car. Um, I do think that the Fords had a good night too, but that Porsche was fast too. You guys were all fast. I mean, you guys are way faster than I am at this, but um, I mean, and what makes this track difficult in your eyes? I know that Matt, we talked to Matt about that, but what makes it difficult in your eyes?
Um, I think it's the draft aspect, man. I felt like I had pace. I don't know. I mean, I think people were saying they were saving. I don't think people were saving that much just
Mhm.
because of the speeds were so close. It wasn't like the draft kept you up, a 6/10 worth of pace. I don't think people were saving 6/10. I think it's just the fact that we were kind of just all close to together. You have to back up a little bit naturally, just not to run over people. But I didn't feel like I was saving fuel all that much, but I also felt like I could have gone decently bit faster. It's there's no there's nowhere really to pass. I mean, there's a few different areas that people leave the door open like they did in that type left-hander, but it's just a really flowy track where you have to make all your corners connect a little bit. So it makes it fun, but also makes it frustrating when you feel like you might be a little faster, but there's not much you can do about it because the draft and just the way the track is laid out, it's not really. It's only a couple places to pass. I feel like, but yeah, overall, I felt like if I go back and rewind, I definitely would have done some things different. I lost some spots or lost a spot in pit road for some reason, which I thought was interesting. And I didn't know I didn't know I did that, but I did that. Um, and I felt like I was just kind of over driving, trying to make up pace when I think this track really rewards you if you just kind of cruise around and connect your corners really well versus trying to power through them. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think the next track was it Daytona. That's a really good
no,
track for me. I have
no, it's
a
Belle Isle.
yeah. Okay. Well, you may not see me there because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of those tracks. But I think when it's all said and done, the way the pace was going, I felt like Jacob should have won this race just because I don't know if anyone was going to pass him, and his car was so fast in a straight line that is a really good car to have at this track. And to finish P2 is probably where I would have finished anyway. So um, it is what it is. I had fun. I wish I could have put some more time into it, but I think at the end of the day, I do this for fun, and I had really good battles with Matt and Jacob. It just really sucks to see what happened to him because, um, you just want to have a good, clean race, and to see that happen was a little unfortunate.
It happens to all of us, though. I mean, I've been in races where I've been in the lead and had somebody parking on me. You know, those things happen.
Yeah.
And kudos to Jeff, who was the driver that went around. He tried to stop it. He tried. It just snapped back the other direction on him, and there was just nothing he could do at that point other than just try to hold the brakes and try to control the car at a stop. And we all know that those things happen. Welcome in, Tattoo. How was your stream, brother? I hope you had a wonderful stream. Appreciate the raid. I appreciate all the raiders coming in as well. I appreciate you, sir. And Chris, I know you had an excellent race out there as well. Kevin, you did too. It was great. It was great to watch. And I do hope I get to see you out there. I hope it was I hope I get to see you next week, just to see you tame it. If you knock down the wall, you knock down the wall. Yeah, there's a bunch of them to knock down.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a lot of time, and if it's a street course, I don't know if I want to spend the time that I need to have to make it quick. Like, this track is kind of easy for me because I have a lot of laps on it. So I can go out there and be like, okay, I know what to do here, I know what to do there. So I'm not guessing and understanding like what's next. But like I said, street courses, as frustrating as this track can be to race with how it is, and you have a decent amount of space. Street courses are just not it in terms of racing for me. But I'll probably take some laps to see what it's like, and if it's anything better than Long Beach, then maybe I'll give it a go. But like I said, I have a pretty big disdain for those street courses, so we'll see what happens.
Get out front, stay out front. It's an amazing track. That's what I tell everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can pass it a street course, so probably.
It's hard.
Yeah. Don't die on me. Anyways, how's everyone else's races going? I'm gonna be the broadcaster now.
Yeah, you do it. Oh my goodness, I was coughing hard there. I was taking a sip of my water in the middle of speaking. Don't do that, folks. Don't do that. It's awful. It makes you almost die. And that would have been the DED dead, not the other kind. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I gotta do. That's awful. Anyway, that's why mute buttons are supposed to work, and I was trying to reach for it and did all that. Kevin, give you shout outs, man, at P2. I'm gonna go cough some more.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to shout out Jacob. He had, like I said, he was putting it together a really good race, and Matt as well. He was obviously more consistent than both of us, although I think wasn't because of Jacob's fault at all. Just things happen. You guys are LARUE for putting on the racing. The drivers for showing up, and you doing the broadcasts. Definitely go back and see my replay to see kind of what I was doing wrong. I felt like I kind of know, but go back and kind of analyze some stuff and see what I could have done better. But had fun. Appreciate racing those guys. They're obviously very fast, and so we'll try to get them with next one. I know a lot of people love beating me. I don't know, it's like a thing. They love beating me. So what it does is typically fuel me to go even better. So we'll see what we can do the next time we're out there.
It's okay to finish P2. It's okay. I got to use a pun I never would have gotten to use otherwise. So
it's all good. I'm used to it at this point.
I mean, what's funny is that we get on the draft tracks, right? And my last name is Followwell, right? So I push people. I have a tendency to be a pusher, and that's usually how my name gets brought up. Funny. I like to follow well. I push people. I finished more times on draft tracks than because I commit. I'm not going to make that pass on the last lap if I've been following the same guy for 50 laps. So
yeah,
it's just
I might have to change it up. I'm gonna have to go back and see. I'm gonna ask some buddies like, hey, some of these higher speed tracks, like, am I doing myself a disadvantage for running the Lambo? And they're probably like, oh yeah, you should be running this car. And I'm like, oh cool, thanks for letting me know. So I'll have to go back and see if I'm doing something wrong there.
So you, and on this track, I mean, you were so much out of the corner. You were just there, right? And you were up through the gears, and it looked like you looked clean. And I didn't expect the Mustang to be able to skirt away a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It was pretty nutty. It was like he
until-
had draft in front of him. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, well, not until they get up to, you get up to 140,
Yeah.
150 miles an hour. I can get that with the front splitter. Just the round nose of it would help. But I mean, you were in his draft the entire time, right? So
Yeah, yeah. No, when he made that big mistake, I was like, okay, this is my shot. And then I got next to him, then it just stopped, and he just started pulling ahead. And I'm like, wait, holy crap, that car is pretty fast. So
it was like
that's
it was
the
like
nature of
side
it.
draft. It was literally like
Yeah.
a side draft, and I'm like, these cars don't side draft.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was like, do these have side draft? Because he's just like slowing me down. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, I need to go do some homework on some of those wide open tracks to see, if this car is made for those or it's a disadvantage, and I could be making up somewhere else. So got some homework to do. But like I said, I still like the car. It's fun. But definitely opened my eyes to be like, oh wait, there's something you might be want to look at. So we'll do some homework on it.
But the Porsche beat both of you, so we'll just
Yeah, there you go.
Which
Might
is
have to
weird.
bring that thing out then.
which is weird because the Porsche is not a top end car. So
No, but it's a
a corner
smash
car.
the throttle and get grip car. It looks like to me.
yeah, that's he said that he was just riding, just kind of backing the corner up and
Yeah.
trying to save time, just trying to save tire, try to save a little bit of fuel. So
No, you can do that with that. You can mash the curbs. That car, for some reason, it's got suspension. It's awesome.
oh yeah, that's why I own it.
Yeah.
It's the one I can actually drive.
Yeah, it's fun. I need to go back and try it again. So we'll
Good,
see.
good.
I don't know. We'll see if I'm here next week. I'll give it a shot.
There you go. Bring out the Porsche next week because it won't matter.
It's true. Right.
Well, it's my throwaway race. I mean, you got a 300-point lead coming into today's, or 327-point lead coming into today's race. You got a race or two to throw away. You'll be fine.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm not worried about that too much. We'll take a look. We'll get some cars out of the garage and we'll throw them out there and see which one wrecks the best against the fences at the street course and see what happens.
I'm dying to give out a helicopter award. I'm dying.
Oh gosh. Well, I might be flying into the horse thing. I think they got a horse
fountain.
statue thing or something. There we go. I might jump into that.
Hey, you got to land on top of it. That's the way it is. All right,
There we
Kevin.
go.
Much love.
Appreciate you.
We'll talk to you
Thank
later.
you.
That's Kevin
See
King
ya.
coming on P2. We appreciate him. Chris, I know that Mustangs just seem like it. Well, I know that they're better than what they with a couple of updates that they've had. Just not seen them carry. I've seen them carry early speed. I've not seen them carry the total package. And today, it was like this track carried the total package. So it was really cool. These cars are beautiful. This is a great series. I encourage you, Tattoo, if you haven't ran a GT3 series or a GT series, get out in some of these cars. They really open your eyes to the NASCAR feel inside some high horsepower, 6-7 gear cars. I mean, it's crazy to get out here and see these cars do this, and these drivers doing what they do. Good, bad, and ugly. You learn a lot about your lines and your breaking points and just kind of everything that they have. Tommy Ryan, a top 3 night. He was just comfortable where he was at. He has some good battles with Page and Justin Fuller. He had a top five car all night. Finishes 3rd tonight, and just killer, man, just killer. I am going to tell you that the Lamborghini Huracan, which is what Kevin King drives, is my favorite car in the world. And my midlife crisis here in the next decade is to be one of those cars. One of those right there. My wife will probably leave me, but it's okay. It's at least the way I think about it. The Porsches are nice too. I would love to any one of these cars. You can get a Huracan, a very, 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 very used Huracan for 80, 100 grand, 200 grand, depending on the spec, depending on the blend of it. But Martel gets the win tonight, and it was a good race. Congrats, Chris. I saw your moves, man. Biggest move of the race, too, up 9 spots, started 21st. You bring the 01 into your car. I wanted to say, Progar, I love your paint scheme. I was talking about it earlier. DDE did a blue version of this on one of their on their Ferrari 599 just a week or two ago, and I love the Gulf paint scheme. That livery right there is iconic in racing as racing is iconic, right? Love it. Absolutely love that paint scheme. So keep kicking that one out. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful livery. I don't know who did it. I don't know if you did it, but looks good. Looks good. And if you had somebody paint it, or if you didn't find it on Trading Paints, if you had somebody paint it, kudos to your painter. Matt Martell gets it. They'll be back at Belle Isle tomorrow. We do have ourselves some more racing. Where are we at tomorrow? I don't even know where I'm at tomorrow. Gonna be home tomorrow, right? We're at Kentucky, and then we'll have Iowa on Saturday, an all-star race on Sunday. As we're wrapping up seasons, folks. It is happening. We're wrapping up seasons. Leagues are ending. New leagues are signing. New leagues are beginning. New things are forming. It's really cool. So we appreciate you all. Thank you all so very much for being out there. Thank you to Budgie. Folks, be good, be safe, be kind to one another. It's the most important factor of life. We have our Toys for Tots drive going on over the next 5 weeks. Not next Monday, but basically 2 Mondays from now. So not this upcoming Monday, but the following Monday, we're going to be doing our Toys for Tots. We're doing our Toys for Tots 5-week drive. 5 races on Monday nights. We switched up the day because it was the only day that was going to fit currently to be able to run the races that we were supposed to. We did 7 last year. We're doing 5 this year. I upped the entry fee to get into it. Half the money raised goes directly to Toys for Tots. The other half goes to the drivers. All of my stream revenue, that's bits, that's subs, that's tips, that's donations, everything that I make from next week on, that includes even my birthday stream, folks, from next week on goes to Toys for Tots. So we're going to do that all the way until the 23rd of December. So that'll be how it goes. And then we're going to make a big fat donation. Last year we raised $2,471.51. We're looking to beat that this year. So we're going to do that as well as we can. And we appreciate everybody being out there. Thank you, folks. I love you. And we will see you in the next one. Peace out. Also, don't talk and drink water. It doesn't work. You have to swallow the water first. Life advice.